All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Friday's live stream of Azure Back to School. I've got my co-organizer Derek with me today. You want to say hi, Derek, real quick? I know you're on the road. There he
Hey
is.
everyone. Yep, I'm here.
All right, hello, Derek. And we have a great topic here today. Very health oriented and something outside just with a real use case of how Azure and Microsoft cloud technologies can be used for good. Namrata is with us today to talk about vision to diagnosis and how to use power apps and AI and machine learning for detecting diabetic retinopathy. It's a mouthful, but thanks everybody for attending Azure Back to School. Just real quick, you can follow along with the schedule at azurebackToschool.github.io, and want to thank everybody, including Namrata, for their contributions this month. We can't do this event without you. Derek and I aren't going to be doing 70 sessions in a month, so we need the community to step up and help, and we really appreciate everybody that has. So Namrata, the floor is yours. Show us how we do this.
Thanks, Dwayne, and thanks, Derek, for the opportunity. I'm really glad that I got an opportunity to contribute to this amazing audience. And it's evening from India, and good morning to all the audiences right from there in different parts of the world. So I believe that I will definitely entertain you and it doesn't make the session boring at all. So, very good evening to all of you. I'm Namrata from Delhi, India, and this would be a very great session from vision to diagnosis, detecting diabetic retinopathy with power apps. Why this is interesting? This is interesting because this is the right time where technology handshakes with healthcare. Why? Because due to the emerging and cutting edge technologies found on the corner, this is the platform where researchers and scientists get the hands on the platform and on the machines, where this could be a point that they could challenge the machine with human brains to make sure that when we get into the analysis, we get into the trainings, we get into the predictions, this could be a part where they could automate that process. How? They could generate the reports, they could challenge the accuracy, they could challenge the predictions around the corner and see, is there any possibility of automating that stuff? And of course, we cannot depend and rely on the machines with that. So there, the partial relying on the machines can definitely help the researchers to find what could be the severe phases of diabetic retinopathy, and is it severe level 1, 2, 3, 4? There, the automation and the AI technologies definitely help scientists. This is the platform where scientists can research on the diseases in deep, because AI technology is so vast and so deep that this could definitely help the diseases, the patients, and the researchers to get aligned with the technology. So, diabetic retinopathy would be a question that what is it actually? What kind of a disease is it? How can AI help the researchers? So, let's get deep into it with the next part. So, I'm a Power App developer and I have won several hackathons, and one of that is from Siemens, where I have done some good competitions there. And of course, I love traveling. I haven't traveled world yet, but of course, I have done some parts of India and hoping to travel more parts in future. So moving ahead with the prerequisites, because this is the main part where you should know that how can we get started, or what is Azure actually, or how can we create stuff, and how can we get into that, or maybe what is actually custom vision, maybe, or what are power. So these are some questions where we think about that how we can get started. So this is a prerequisite where you can create an Azure account, and there are a lot of options for account as well, for students as well as for professionals. So for students, they can easily go and sign in, and for the Azure professionals, they can just take free trial for some limited amount of credits. That's $200 that they could get started with it. And apart from that, they could also sign up for Power Apps. I believe that this is paid service, but there is some part of that you could get developer account in Power Apps. That could of course definitely help you to have some hands on what is it actually, and just play with it, and get hands on what is actually helping you to get motivated. So apart from that, there are some Microsoft Learn docs that could help you to get started with it in a prerequisite manner. So let's get deep into it. First of all, what is diabetic retinopathy? Okay, so we have an image right now here. Uh, there would be some scary images for some people, and there would be some good images for people who are not scared of these. This is actually an image of retina where the blood clots actually get clotted there. That is caused by the high blood sugar level, and this is literally creating a lot of symptoms that could be a blurriness, that could be a floaters, and also cause color blindness. So I think if we could have a way where we could do some early predictions on severe stages, maybe severe stage 1, 2, 3, 4, if they get early prediction based on that, they could definitely take care of their eyes, because I think eyes are really the most sensitive part of our human body. And it is the phase where we should get ourselves diagnosed, and we should be aware of ourselves. So their AI technology would say that I am here, what are you waiting for? so so this is a kind of a app that has been supporting, and this is kind of a dummy that I could say that there could be two options. Either you can upload an image, or you can directly transform that image from certain devices and connect that device to the live samples. So yeah, so there are a lot of services that I talk about in AI, because AI is the first one that would build a bridge to that. And how it can do that? It can definitely accommodate Azure Cognitive Services. And believe me, cognitive services are really the best part, because these services definitely helps you to classify some particular samples. And this could be based on certain services, based on certain scenarios. For example, it offers five type of services, and if I talk about speech service, that is, it offers speech APIs that definitely help you to classify certain use case scenarios, where it translates speech to text, maybe text to speech, maybe. That is totally based on the scenario, and definitely help people who have disabilities, that they could definitely take the advantage of that service. Second is decision. This is one of the best smart decision services that offer. This is highly used in bank services and e-commerce services, because Azure service definitely helps them to make smarter decision before their human brains. And there, this is the right platform where machine challenges human brains in making analytical decisions. Apart from that, language is one of the essential service that I could say as a terminology, because it helps to analysis the text into natural language processing, in the sentiment analysis, and it could also helps into entity recognitions. A lot of textual services it can offer in language API services. The next part is OpenAI. I think OpenAI is so vast that each and everyone who is watching right now definitely knows about GPT, because this is a service that is taking all over the world. So I don't think that this is a service that I should talk about right now. The next part is the Vision API. I think the Vision API is the most suitable part for detecting the diabetic retinopathy. Why? Because this is the platform, and this is the service, this is the API that would help to classify the medical samples. Is it positive? Is it negative? Positive means that does the patient have the level 1, 2, 3, 4 level of diabetes and having some clots in the retina. So that's the part where it helps to classify that image, and they could definitely helps to leverage the AI by the scientists. So talking about the custom vision, it definitely helps to train it. There are three processes to get into that. The first one is training. The second one is evaluation. Third is prediction. So first we go into this custom vision website that has been offered by Azure services, and then we go to train we analyze it, we evaluate there, and then we go to predictions. This is the platform where we actually put up the samples of the medical samples, and this could be some real time samples also that has been collected by the researchers and scientists for their research and analysis, or they could add some dummy images just to make sure and to see that how we can train the machines and how can we see that is it predicting right or is it not. So first one is model training. There we actually add a lot of labels. If we are dealing with two labels, that could be positive or negative, but there could be certain labels based on use case scenario where people actually label sometimes positive, negative, neutral, or there could be some medical terminologies that is it that or that. It's a kind of a binary one right now. So there we actually upload. So here we can see the sample image. That what we do is first we add tags. That is what I have done is I have added two tags. First is positive, second one is negative to make sure that people could understand what kind of images it referring to. First is model training. The second part is we go into the evaluation. I think this evaluation is very, very important because we enter into the iterations. Iterations can differ based on the data. For example, if we have large set of data and we think that we can see the biasness. If we see that biasness, we can reiterate it. We can do another iterations and we can again evaluate that is it having a precision score right there or not? Is it having the recall score right there or not? So we can do it reiterations. It can limit it. We can do it iteration 1, 2, 3, 4. Based on the data, you can do number of times. For now, I have done iteration 1 for the sample. So once we do this iterations and we do the training, we get some details. That could be details like we get the iteration ID, we get the publishing name, that is iteration 1. We get lot of small details, that is classification type. We have done multi-class classification because we are giving classes to the measures, that is positive or negative. And this is the iteration 1, and of course this is giving 100% precision scope, but we have to do multiple iterations just to make sure that we are avoiding biasness. We are making sure that our data is balanced. We make sure that our training is well versed and our training doesn't require retraining. So we make sure that we do enough iterations, that we are enough with the training section. The next part is the prediction. Once we do the training, once we do the evaluation section, we go into the production. Prediction means that once we are done with the training, we see that whatever iterations, whatever model we have trained, is it working the way we want? Is it giving the accuracy the way it should give? Because if the accuracy is likely to be not accurate or maybe not even near to the desired data sets, then I think there is no requirement of making an automation. Because if we are getting the incorrect results during the medical examination of medical images, so I think researchers would be wasting more time to evaluate that as the results are correct or not. So making sure that having that prediction and having that evaluation, having that training is at least near to the correct stage. So while prediction, we actually first publish it, because when we publish the model, we definitely have an access to use that model into the applications that we are going to integrate it. So once we go into this publishing, we get certain details, that is project ID, we get the model name. We had a model name that was iteration 1. We get the endpoint, that is very helpful and very useful also while we integrate that service in the Power Apps. The next is prediction key. This is very unique and very important for the developers, because once the prediction key you have it, you cannot share with others, just to make sure that you are enough security to your apps and services, because prediction keys are very unique. So we have to make sure that these are unique and safe to you. The next part is custom vision module. So this is the website where we refer, and we will now see that how we can create our custom services. So what we do is we go to the custom vision website. I'll write it here. First, we go to this website. We land to this homepage. You have to create an account for that. And once you land into this page, you will first create your service, that is custom vision service. And what we do is we will create a new project, and here we add certain details. For example, name of your new project, description, that what is it about actually, and then the resource. And resources are the ones which we create in the Azure portal under the custom vision. So here we refer the already created resource, and then we actually go to this classification part, that is the images classification, that is positive or negative. Then we go about the classification type, because there are a lot of scenarios where one image can also give you multiple tags, but right now we have one tag, one image, because we are dealing with binary images, right? And the domains is general. And apart from that, we have to create a project. So first question is that how can we create a resource? So we will first create a resource. So okay, we will go to this Azure portal. Here we will create a resource that would be definitely integrated to the custom vision service. So we go to this custom vision. Here we create a resource. So this is the already created resources for the reference, but we will create a new one. So we'll go to the create part. It is asking that what would be the options for you. So we will select both, because we have to do predictions, we have to do training also. Then apart from that, we have to select a subscription. So right now I have pay as you go, but there are a lot of subscriptions depending on what kind of services you have purchased. If you're a student, there would be different subscription. If you are professional, then this would be a different one. But I have done pay as you go. What I'll do is I create new resource, that is Diabetic resource. And we have to make sure that our resource group have a unique name, so that we don't encounter clashes between names, because each and every resource is being there in different parts and has been built accordingly. So we have created a new resource group. And apart from that, you have to actually choose your region based on the resource group you have created. So mine is India, perhaps Central India in the option. And what would be the instance? So instance is actually one of the instance that is aligned to your resource group. That means whatever services you are using, that would be under particular instance, and that would be built under a particular resource group. So I'll write as Diareto instance. And apart from that, we have a pricing tier. So there are two types of tiers actually. That is free tier, I would say, and that free tier is also for certain set of images. And the second is a paid one. So right now I have standard S0 10 transactions per second, and then prediction. This is also 10K transactions per month. And what we do is we go to review and create. Then it will create my service. And this is the best part. Okay, we hit create, and see, this is the service which has been shown that it's been under deployment. So it will take very less time, just a second I would say, and the service is created. Okay, it's been creating, it's in progress. Hmm, we can see the details right now: subscription type, resource group, that's been related to the start time, and the details. And it's been in progress. And once it's created here, what we'll do is we will integrate it here, so that your Azure service is related to the portal Azure service. Okay. Okay. So we clicked all Azure AI service, and you get the list of the services that's been created under the custom vision. So my Diareto instance is created, number one. The resource group is also created for the prediction as well as for training. So what I'll do is I'll create a new project, I'll write new name, Diarecto. That's a very short name I could get into. And okay, I'll write diabetic retinopathic detection as a description. And this is okay, that's a pay as you go service. I'll get this. Classification done. And I have done it. I'll create a project. So my new project is created. See, my project is created under custom vision. That means my service is now ready to use custom vision service from Azure Cognitive Service. Although it doesn't have image like the scary image right now, but we will soon have it. What we do is we go into the first section, that is training. And how we do training is we add images here, and we go to the scariest images of eyes that definitely have diabetic retinopathy, means the blood will be clotted in certain section of your retina. And we get into this also, this and this, maybe this one also, and this one also. I opened it. I selected four images as of now. So it is asking me the tags. I can give any tag name. It's dependent on me. So I'll give positive right now. And what I'll do is I'll upload. And what it'll do is it will train the images. So four images been uploaded. And the second stage is adding the negative images. That means the images which are healthy, the eyes which are healthy and doesn't have diabetic retinopathy. So I'll go to this normal maybe. Okay. Okay, so these are normal images of eyes. Actually, it is looking scary to me. Still looking scary. But this is the reality, I think. Uh, Let me select this one. This one, this one, this one. Maybe this one also. So I have selected five images. Let me write it negative. So I have uploaded five images. Okay, so training is done. So these are some set of images. So these are total set of images that is containing the negative also and the positive also. So what I'll do is next stage is training. Quick training and advanced training. Advanced training have a lot of things, that is budget, the timelines, everything. But I'll move forward with the quick training. Minimum budget 1 hour. Okay. So this is the option, use advanced training for improved performance. What I'll do is I'll do the training. Okay, it needs one more image for positive tag. Okay, let me add one more image because it's have a rule of five images at least. Hmm, let me add this one. This is the positive one. So let me upload it. Now the batch is ready for positive as well as the negative. Okay, let me train it now. Okay, so iteration is started right now. We can see that the iteration is there in front of us, and we can do as many iterations as we can, just to make sure that we have good performance in the iteration along with the batches we are into. I have a batch of five. Okay, it will take some time for the iteration, and once we are done with the training section, we go into this prediction sections just to make sure and have a quick test that how is it working. So it's taking some time, and okay, this is taking some time. So this is actually connected to this service, and it's been there. Okay, so it will create that service. But yeah, we have one already ready model with us. This is the one. Till the time the first one will get ready, I'll show you how's it working. So once we get a training, we will actually test it. We can go to the quick test. What we'll do is we will either add the URL of the image, or we will add the image from a system. So I'm gonna add some system from my folder, this one, and let's see what would be the results. So basically right now we have only one iteration, so it says 76.7% for positive. That means that this image is actually positive and the patient have diabetic retinopathy. And the advanced version of this could be, this application could be that it could also give the level of the disease, level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that could be an advanced version based on the trainings. So this is the quick test, and the best part is once we publish it, we get the details in the performance section. This These are very important for the integration in different parts of the services. So we can check if our first model is ready. We go to the predictions, we go to the performance. Okay, it's still training. No worries. We will use it later because we have one model already ready for the use case. We will come back to this later. We can move forward with the next set. So next set is we come into the power apps, and I think this is the main crux of power apps. Actually, power platform is actually, it is, you can call it as a platform as a service, because it offers you a lot of services in one go and in one platform, and it also helps you to have a one data service that would be flowing to the different services, that is Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and virtual agents. You have one data source and you have four platforms. So I think that's a best part for me, at least for lazy people at least, that they do not have to go around this service, that service to get some data. But Dataverse is the one thing that is definitely helpful for them to get the data, to extract the data, to save the data, to delete the data, to retrieve the data. You can do anything in Dataverse. So that's a central platform for data access. So we have Power BI, that has been platform which is actually generating reports, the smart dashboards, intelligent decisions. So Power BI is one of that service. Power Apps is actually a low code platform for people to develop apps. Just right into your plate, the app is served. That's kind of a platform you can see. The next is Power Automate. Power Automate is actually an automation for workflows, because this would actually automate and schedule small work that could be done manually. But I think automation is the one best service for Power Automate. The next is Power Virtual Agents. I think second name could be a chatbot given to this service, and who love chatbot, this would be a platform for them, because it would help to automate and chat with them, anything you can do it. And I think I love this because it's a kind of a Alexa for me. You can chat it anything, but that's been built by people only in organizations. So virtual agents is a loving thing, but it would take a lot of efforts. The next part is Power Apps. So now we will go deep into the Power App section, and we will build app right in front of us. So I'll go to the Power Apps platform, and I'll give you a quick introduction that what is Power Apps actually. And we will go into this demo part, that what we will build in this section. So this is Power Platform, and this is my Power Apps. So these are some apps there, Power Automate apps, and there are a lot of services. But right now we have this much. We go into this Power Apps, and we have a lot of apps here. We go to this home page. We have a lot of services right there. Then we go to the learn part. If anybody wants to learn regarding Power Apps, they can definitely go and check out the amazing already built services using Power Apps. And then we go to this app section. This is the list of apps. But yes, we will first see the demo. So it will load my already created app right now, and we will see how is it actually working. Is it good or not? Is it actually likable or not? Let me know in the comment section. How's the color? Okay, let me run it. Hmm. Okay, let me run it. We'll go to this. It's loading my app. So this is the first screen of my app that is very simpler, and this is a button. We go. This is the image of an eye that is healthy, I believe, and we'll go to this next part. And the next part actually loads the second screen of an app. This is just like a common mobile app that is being created right now, and once it's published, now you can definitely use this app in your phone. It will definitely work like just like normal apps. And what I have done is I have navigate it to the second screen, and I can uh, you know use this. So what I'll do is I'll add an image. I'll add this image of maybe mm, this one maybe, and let's see is it working or not. So let's see. So it's scanning right now. Okay, so what it's showing is the tags, that means positive and negative. So 99% it's positive, and the next is the negative, the percentage for negative, that is very very less. So beyond the threshold, that is 50%, if it's beyond the threshold, that means that tag will be considered. So it's 99% of course, so this tag would be classified as positive. That means if the medical image that has been inserted in that, that means person have the diabetic. So this is a kind of a demo that I have created. Now we will go into this app and we will create our own app. Maybe it kind of a beautiful app we can make. This is kind of a boring. We can create a good app. So let's create an app with me. So we will go with the Canvas app because we do not have any large set of data right now that needs to be managed. So Canvas is the one that we need to go with. And Canvas app is actually a very good for UI UX also. So we write Dia Reto, oh, Dia Reto, Azure back to school maybe. AB2S, Azure back to school. Let's see if that's popular or not. We'll create it. Let me know in the comment section if you like the name of the app, I believe. And okay, we are here. So welcome to our new screen. Okay, so this is the tools that you can see on the left side, the screens and the components. The screen will have the option to create as many screens as you want, and this would be the components, that is you can either duplicate it, minimum that. And this is the best part, that you can do anything with the screen. You can add any component related to media or anything. So what I'll do is first I'll add the text input, this, and we will write the name of the app, that is Retro. The best part of this Power Apps is that you can do anything. That means you can either design it very well. You have a lot of options in the right side. Either adding, if you just do a bold of that, or you can increase the font of this. You can either do 40, and you can do it as a bold part. You can play around it, like you will love it, I think, because I love it, playing around with this part. And what you can do is you can check the color. Okay, you can do this. You can add any color, but I will go with black itself. And then it will asking you to change the background, so we can do any background right now. So I added blue background right now. And what we can do is we can do anything. We can you know add image right now. We'll go to this media part, and there it gives you a lot of options to add media. You can either add image, you can add video, you can add audio, anything. So I'll go with the image right now. We will deep dive with this for now. And here I put the image, and it is asking, do you want to add the image? I'll add it. Okay, right now I'll add some scary one as of now. Let me add it. Okay, it's adding. Hmm. Okay, it's adding. I think I should go with this black color right now, so that it will look good. Okay, let me add the yellow color as of now for this part. And we'll insert a button to navigate to the second screen, and we'll go to this button. I am not able to see, so I'll search it. Button. Button here. So for button, what I'll write is next, maybe, or maybe get started. I'll write get started because I wanted to navigate to the next screen. So once you want to navigate a screen, you have to write some low code. What I'll do is I'll go to this on select because this is a property attached to a particular element. So on select is a section where you have to write low code. So I'll write navigate. It will ask screen. All right. So for that I need to create a screen that will have a navigation. So I'll add a new screen. So here we have a template. So see, here are multiple templates around the corner. Blank, scrollable. This is a template. So I'll go with the blank one as usual. And this is screen 2 for the property. So I got the screen, the next screen. And what I'll write is go to this button and write navigate. And here I'll get the suggestions as well. And here I'll write screen. So it's showing screen 1 and 2. So my second screen would be 2. So I'll close the braces and it's being connected to the next screen. Let's save this app because saving is very important. And I'll go to the second screen because this is very important. So here, this is the platform where we have to make a screen for the researchers or scientists or the users of this app where they could add the medical images, right? They could add their samples to test it. So we will give them the option to add files or add images. So here we will search for the option of adding picture. So here, once a user will click this, they could definitely add the samples. All right, and we'll add a button here also for scanning. So button for scanning, and we can write it as, oh, we selected on select bias. This is a text. We'll write here scan. The text is ready. We will create a background color for this. This could be a black for now maybe, and we'll add a platform where we could get the data. We'll go to this vertical gallery, and there are a lot of options. So for now I got this. I'll drag it here to it's small, and we have to select the layout of this gallery. So this gallery part is very amazing section of this Power App session because this would fetch the data from the service, from the APIs. That means whatever the label, whatever the percentage that has been fetched using the endpoints, it will actually extract in a container that is the what do you say, clear collect container, and there it will save it for some time in a local screens, and it will fetch the data from that container and it will show you. So I'll select a template for that. That could be a title, title plus subtitle. It could be title, subtitle, and body. If people wanted to add images along with that, like, every time you don't have text, you will definitely have images also. So for that use case scenario, you can definitely add images. So I'll go with the simpler one, that is title and subtitle. And here it actually have code also, like what kind of a data you want to select, right? So what I'll do is, first I'll select the first heading, that is title. And this part, I'll say that I want a tag. uh, is it, where is it? And there would be a tag for that. It's tag name. I think this is not detecting right now. We will write a tag name for this. And for the second one, it's a probability. We will add it once we connect the service. So what we will do is, we'll fetch the data using the Azure service, that is custom vision. So we have ready connector. So connector is one of the service which actually invite a lot of third party services. Maybe it's a custom vision, maybe it's a database service, maybe it's Excel reading services, maybe it's a social media service that would help you to integrate their service to extract data. So they have a lot of service available. So I'll give you a glimpse. First is custom vision, SharePoint, SQL server. There are a lot of services available in connectors. So we will go with the custom vision, and we will add a connection here, right here. And this is the part where I was talking about that we need a prediction key, we need a site URL. So we'll go to the section, custom vision section, where we have created our model. Okay, so here we can see our model is also trained, that we were talking about, and we can see our app that is ready. So what we will do is, we will go to this publish section, because we need to publish, of course. So iteration one is a one, and then we'll go to this resource Diareto instance that we have created. We'll publish our model, because I told you that if you wanted to use this service in the next section of a service, that is Power App, you should have a published ready model. So it has published, and we go to this public prediction API thing, and we'll also see some settings here. So it will give you details, Diareto. So here you have a lot of stuff to see. Endpoint that is been used, and the prediction key. This is the main part that you should know. So we'll go to our Power Apps, we'll add a prediction key. So what we'll do is, we'll copy paste this key, this one, and we'll go here and paste it. And then we'll go to the site URL, that is the endpoint, because that's a site URL construct. And there we go to this part. And connect. So our custom vision is connected successfully, and that we have to check while we test it, because we have to see is it working or not at the first moment. So here I'll go to the tag name to check that is it working or not. It's item dot tag name. We have to check that is it actually working or not. We go to this properties, go to this section. We have to check that is it working or not. The connector part. For now, we'll remove this one. Okay. And we can select as white color. All right. And the second section is our accuracies. So apart from the sample text, we'll go to accuracy. And this will also be colored as white, just to make sure that we can see it properly. Hmm. So we'll save it. And first we will see that our custom vision connection is working or not, so that we can configure it, because that's a very crucial part of working. So first we will add an image. Okay, I'll add an image for this one just to check it. And I'll scan it. Okay, I wanted to show you that we have to write some piece of code for the scan part. We have to write some line of code for that scanning, that I'll show you. That's very easy, I would say. Very easy, very easy. We go to the second screen, we go to the scan here button, and what we have to do is we have to write some piece of code. And we write it as clear collect. What is clear collect? Which I told you that it's a part of a container that actually stores your data for some time. That is a local storage. And we have a gallery. Gallery. We have a gallery one, and we have we have to check that it's valid or not. Okay, we have gallery one. This was the one we were doing right earlier. And then we use custom vision service. That's been a connector for us. So we will use the classify image part, and we have to see which part we are using. We have to use custom vision dot classify image version 2, because that's the version working for us. And here we have to add project ID. So this project ID we will fetch from a custom vision service. That is, we will fetch a project ID from here. And here we'll add it in quotes. Add it in quotes. The next section it asks is published name. So how will fetch the published name? We get the published name as this, published as iteration 1. You can give any name, but for now I have given iteration 1. So we will add published name as in quotes, that is iteration. I think this name is pretty boring, but you can give any name. And then you give this upload image part. So this is the name which we have to write, that is uploaded image. That's the name of the element that will be accessed. So here I'll write the element name, uploaded image 1, and then we write the predictions, because predictions will be the first thing. So it will give me the suggestions also for the same. I have missed something. Okay, the space. Predictions. clear collect. Okay, customers. Version 2. It's I think it's a correct part. One second. Uploaded image 1 is the right thing. Gallery 1, it's closing right. Predictions also it's right. Okay, let's check how is it going. Let me save it and let's custom vision custom image iteration 1. Let me remove this part maybe. No, it's let me see what's the error. Okay, it's right, but I'm not sure why it's going wrong. Let's see. We'll save the app and accuracy. It's item dot. We'll first save it and we will see what's the issue with this part. We will run it. We'll see if it's working or not. Otherwise, we'll figure it out. We'll add this image. We'll check first it's working or not. We'll open it and then we do the scanning and we will see if this is scanned or not. Predictions. Okay. Hmm. So the issue is that the service, the connector is not connected properly. So we'll go back to this and we'll first check how is it in this part. And we'll see that the first section is working fine. This is same. This is same actually. We'll go back to this. So we have pretty much same code for that also. So let's see if we could make it through it. The connection is not being made properly. So we have to reconnect it because sometimes it's an issue with the connection. So what we have to do is we have to remove the connection and do it again just to make sure that we have a connection ready in hand. What we'll do is we'll quickly select our custom vision and we'll add a connection here. We'll give a prediction key also. We'll go to this prediction. Sorry, performance. We go to this prediction URL. We'll go to this part, the prediction key, copy paste it, add it. We can go to this URL. To this We'll connect it. So custom vision connected is done, and we'll move forward quickly with this section. We'll go to this part, we'll go to this advanced section, and we will see again if there is an issue. For me, if the code is correct, but let's see. Custom vision. Gallery 1 is the right name. Okay, we'll override it. So far, it's been right. Clear collect gallery 1 custom image. Iteration 1. We're gonna write name. Let me see if we could do it again. This better predictions. Let me try if we could get this item. Okay, looks like we are stuck in this. This is a gallery which we are referring right now, and it's been a table for us. It's pretty much good. So we have title, we have subtitle also. We have gallery 1. Although the code is correct, but let me just loaded image 1. Let me write it again. Yeah. Gallery 1. Then vision classification. We add the project ID. Project ID. We add the project ID from here. And then we get the published name, that is iteration 1. And then we go to this loaded file image 1. We do the prediction. Alright, that's error. I think that we have to check how the. So yeah, so this is how we can conclude it for now. This is the right thing as of now. Sometimes the connection is hampering, I'm not sure, but that is how it's worked. Clear collect. Okay. Although the code is correct, but currently it's not working based on the connection that I have set. And the code is the way we have to write it. And these are the details that we have to fetch it as per the connection made. So once that code is running, what you have to do is you have to save the app and then you have to write this with the details, that is tag name. First is tag name. We use it using the this item dot tag name, and this actually gives you the data that has been fetched from the API. What we write is tag name. The second part is the probability. So once the item is working, the API is working. I could have shown you, but we could definitely refer to our previous apps that I could show to conclude this session. I'll leave this. I'll go to the working part to conclude how is it working. So let me show you the code also, the correct code also. That's working code, I would say, to show you that how it actually works. So we are into the second screen. What we do is we first we first add the labels, that is title and subtitle. For this title, what we do is we actually definitely have a name for that, for the label, that is tag name, that is positive or negative, for the people to see that the percentage that's referring is in which label. So for that we write positive, and we access it using the this item dot tag name. For second is the subtitle, that means it will give you the percentage of that title, how much positive is it or how much negative is it. So for that you have to write this item dot probability, and these are all accessing using the data set that's been referred to the APIs that's been fetched. And once you add the small code here, you will add small piece of code right here. Once you add the image, you will scan the button. And here the clear collect is container. The second is the gallery collection, that's been referred to this part only, the title and subtitle. Then you will write the custom vision, that's been the API service that's you are using. Then this is the prediction ID that's being utilized from this custom vision service. And then the second is the iteration, that is the, of course, the published iteration name. The next is the element name, that's the uploaded image. You can give any name depending on the app you are creating. For right now, we have given the app name as the uploaded image one. And this last is this prediction. So once you do the predictions, what you'll do is you will go to this run button, you will click this, and then you'll add image. I'll add this for now, and what I'll do is I'll open this image and I'll go to the scan image. It will do the scanning, it will give you the labels, that is positive or that's negative. I think that's 87% of positive, so I'll term this as the diabetic retinopathy, means the patient have it. So this will definitely helps the what do you say the researchers and scientists to get into it to automate the process. So that's all from my side in the demo. We'll move forward with the next part. That is, this is the QR code for people that can learn it from MS Learn and get started with it. It's amazing, I would say. And this is me on LinkedIn and Twitter, so you can definitely connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. I'll be happy to chat and happy to learn from you audiences also, because learning is from both sides. So that's all from my side, and really happy to have on this platform.
Thank you very much, Namrata. Always a challenge when you run into blockers or something not connecting right in a demo. So I handled it very well, and I understand it's nerve-wracking when you're live and you can't get something working. Troubleshooting on a live demo is definitely not fun. So thank you for working through that. You did a great job, and appreciate the great presentation and the great look at how we can use Power Apps and the AI vision for the for medical diagnoses and to help to understand whether you have certain treatments and things that you need to look into with your doctors. So so thank you again for your contribution, and thanks everybody for attending and watching these sessions and supporting Azure Back to School. Again, more sessions. We'll have more live sessions next week. We have pre-recorded sessions and articles over the weekend. So keep up on the Azure Back to School site and find everything on Twitter. Derek, you have anything final to say?
No, I really enjoyed it, and I agree with Dwayne. Namrata, I mean, you handled issues in the live demo very well. We've all been there, especially when it's a live setting, and so you handled yourself very well. And I learned a lot. I was sitting there listening to your presentation, thinking of some of the different use cases and things that I know of medical clients here where I live that, could certainly benefit from that. So thank you. It was a fantastic presentation. And yeah, really looking forward to some other things that you do out there in the community. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Dwayne. Thanks, Dwayne,
Yes,
and thanks,
thank you
Derek,
both.
for the opportunity.
Thanks
Thank you.
everybody for
Thanks,
attending
audience.
Azure Back to School, and have a great rest of your day.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.